Flipping through the pages of my old journals, with every turn another memory, and dusty words bring pictures to my mind. I see the marks of the passage of time.
Hello and welcome to the 8th episode of Journaling Through the Years. This is a series on this channel where I will read excerpts from the journals that I've written since I was old enough to hold a pencil all the way until present day. And so today we are still in the wonderful Dalmatian high school journal. I'm in about 9th or 10th grade at this point, or I think it's the summer between 9th and 10th grade. And it's story time. It's a story that I wrote in this journal, and I think it's really interesting that a lot of times as I get older, my journals were just writing, just kind of writing my thoughts. But when I was younger, I wrote a lot more stories in them as well as my thoughts. And when I was younger, I think I would write stories, also probably because computers weren't as big of a thing, so you still wrote by hand in school and on your own. A lot of time they were just kind of getting bigger as I was going through high school. And I think as I'm reading this, I'm seeing that as I was reading these stories, as I was writing them, as I was reading it through, there were points of it that coming out, things that I was going through or pondering about myself or dealing with in a very, I don't know how to say it, in a very, but putting it in story form as if it was someone else. So this one is called The Bitch is in Heat. This is the name of the story. Iced coffee. And I find it very interesting. I just want to note, it was written on June 12th, 1995. And I wrote my first boyfriend, I wrote his name and then I crossed it off. And I know. I sit on the hard wooden chair and stare at my cards, trying to decide on my move. Yet my mind is not all focused on the cards or the game. It drifts to the fellow next to me, and I wonder how I could make him fall deeply and madly in love with me again. Yet I like him only for the attention he'll give me, and not for the actual interest of liking him. I have had my share of liking guys, and I always end up with a wounded heart. Right there. Boom, 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 boom. Pay attention to the next couple lines. Maybe I have always liked guys just for attention they give me. Or they me. I forgot to write give. I was writing so fast. Maybe I've always liked guys just for the attention they give me, or rather anyone of any sex giving some sort of attention is just enough for me. Can you say relationship addict? I stare hard at my cards, all hearts. The game of love is a tricky one, too difficult for me to handle, so I lay it beside me, thinking I shall never want to play it again. Bing, bing, bing. I choose the game of passion and lust now. Passion and lust, they can just be kind of without love. But I think passion and lust, at least for me, are a form of love and a part of love. Even kind of established love, that you have a history with that person and not necessarily a sexual relationship. Passion and lust, it can be just a platonic friendship, but you have a lot of passion in doing things with that person. You have so many memories that there's passion in the relationship. But I digress. He glances sideways at me at first, and then I feel his blue eyes steadily looking my body over, as if taking all of me in and softening as it reaches my face. I look at him and notice his eyes. I sense a love from beyond his outer layer, a love and desire for myself. Could this man creature be falling in love with me? Man creature. Ha! I say, I shall ruin him yet. Okay. Out for vengeance I was. Later I lie in his bed in the small room with pictures of family members all over the walls. He tells me of all his goals and dreams. I am a part of each one, and he would do anything for me. I listen, yet I think I've heard all this crap before. We kiss and start to make out. Slowly, slowly, we become more intimate. Now remember, at this time, I'd never actually had sex. I only knew it based on, well, now we are having sex. So long, passionate sex, like the kind you've seen in movies. Oh! This is what I had in mind what sex was. It is satisfying to myself, yet he groans and screams and calls out, I love you, and I hope his roommate across the hall does not hear. He might become jealous and come storming into the room in a drunken rage, demanding his share of me as well. Oof, who's the roommate? He has never been much of a turn-on to me and had nothing much to offer. No weed, no money, no car, the basic life necessities. Now this lover I am with quiets down and pulls me towards him. I love you, he whispers. Good, I say and smile, proud of my accomplishments. Now, I think to myself, he is mine, all mine. He smiles, perhaps thinking I feel the same. Ha! What a fool. I sit out on the curb of a sidewalk and light up a cigarette. It's early in the morning, about 5:30. My mind races with confusing thoughts I cannot figure out. Bing, bing, bing. Now remember, I was diagnosed with bipolar when I was 26 years old, but all of my life I had symptoms, and one of them was having a mind just race and always have a jumble of thoughts and confusing thoughts. So I sit out here all alone, trying to make sense of this jumble inside my head. My lover and his roommate could be up soon, the roommate hungover and sick from last night's escapades. I shall be careful, for he may be violent. Oh God, this roommate. My lover said he loved me, and now I know I can get anything from him. For love is strong, forever, and pure, and will do anything for love. Yet love can really hurt. I shall remember that, and try not to be too cruel to him. Interesting. I still believed in love, even though I was wounded from it. But why should I not be too cruel? What do his feelings matter to me? Can I possibly care for this creature? Could I be falling in love with him? Of course not. I shall never fall in love with anyone. I am just liking the attention given to me. Relationship addict. I was really in love once. He was a beautiful creature, the one I loved, the only one I still love. He had jet black hair, light complexion, bright blue eyes, and just an all-around wonderful being. I loved just being with him, yet he left me, broken-hearted, and fell in love with another. Good, I think. God, I think that was a long time ago. Absent-mindedly, I reach in my pocket and feel around. There's a cold silver quarter, just enough for a phone call. What? What? Quarter? Phone call? What? I suddenly feel the urge to get up and walk down the street to the 7-Eleven and use the phone. 7-Eleven? What? A phone? What? To call my old lover and get the hell out of here. Yet I sigh I would leave my lover peacefully slumbering in his bed, unknowing that I was gone until he woke up. I think of his sadness and something pulls at my heartstrings. I groan. I am getting too close. I get up and push myself down the street, dropping my cigarette to the ground and stepping on it. Halfway down the street, I feel my eyes overflow with tears and trickle down my cheeks. A lump rises to my throat from my heart. I am ridiculous, but how could I be such a cruel, thoughtless creature to my lover? A blue car drives by with 3 children in the back seat. They all peer out the back window at me with wide, fearful eyes. Haven't they ever seen a woman cry? I exclaimed silently. Well, perhaps they haven't. They drive on down the road and I have to wave to let them know I'm okay. They wave back and then they are gone. At 7-Eleven there's a payphone. What is a payphone? What is a payphone? See, back in the old days, kids, there was this payphone. We didn't have these things where cell phones where you carried around in your bag or your back pocket. No. These were payphones. And you had to go to, they were anywhere. Some of them were in little boxes called phone booths, or some of them were just kind of attached to a wall or outside of a building, and they're plugged in, and you had to go and you had to put a quarter in, and at one point you put a dime in, but then it became a quarter, and then it became 50 cents, and then now they don't exist anymore because of cell phones. So you go down there and you put it in there, and then you dial the number, then you wait. You had to do that. So where were we? I approach it and I place the receiver, spelled wrong, R-E-C-I-E, but that's okay, receiver against my ear. It's cold and wet with frost. I put the quarter in the slot and dial the number. Hello, says a soft, quiet male voice on the phone. My heart races. It is him. I play it cool. Hi, is Jake around? I am silent and wish that it wasn't so early. Speaking. Who's calling this early? He inquired. Hi, this is Michelle. How have you been? I asked, now giddy with a rush of warm affection. Could be better, he said quietly. Oh, why's that, if you don't mind my asking? I say. My girlfriend and I broke up last night. Things just weren't working out for us. Oh, I'm sorry. Hey, did I wake you up? No, I've been up all night. There was a silence. I didn't know what to say, and I waited for him to speak, but finally I said, Hey, would you like to go on a journey with me? How do we get around on this journey? Some kind of transportation. I have my license, but no car. He laughed. I have a car. He sighed. I'll go on a journey with you. Got any money? A little. I'll meet you at the 7-Eleven at 9:30. Okay? I have to wait that long? What do you have to wait for? I have to wait to see you? Just get here and be here at 9:30. I have to go now and get something. Bye! I hung up before I could hear his goodbye and plodded down the street in the direction I'd come from. I needed to get my backpack. I reached the house and entered as silent as possible. Someone was taking a shower. I silently tiptoed down the hallway, lined with pictures of strange, happy people I had never met, and opened up my lover's doorway. He was sprawled out all over his bed, sleeping like a baby. Obviously, his roommate was taking a shower. My small blue backpack sat on the chair next to the window that was across the room. I hesitated and then walked across the dark room and grabbed my backpack. I walked over to the sleeping face of his soft and innocent, and how I will miss him. Perhaps I will be back to see him again, when and if I shall return. At my feet lay a gray and black flannel shirt of his. I pick it up as a souvenir of him. I kiss him gently on the forehead and depart from his room. Good luck, I whisper. I shall return. There is a small wooden coffee table by the front table. I don't know, maybe front door. A box of Marlboro cigarettes lay on the middle. It's the roommate's. I reach over, grab it, and slip it in my back pocket, in my backpack. Now I'm out the door and running down the street, my sneakers pounding on the cement like my heart pounding in my chest. I don't know why I'm running. It just struck me as a fancy to run as fast as I could down the street. I feel as if I am being chased and I must run for my life. Perhaps it is the fact that I stole the roommate's cigarettes and I'm afraid he'll come on a rampage after me, or maybe my lover will awake, discover I'm missing, go looking for me, and follow me down the street. Whatever it is, I run until I feel as if I should pass out and have to sit down just a corner before the 7-Eleven. After a while, my heartbeat slows down and lungs have stopped pushing the air so fast. The air is cold and brisk. It is a beautiful morning of early fall. A cold breeze blows and I feel a chill, so I slip the warm flannel over my shoulders, becoming part of the long green silky pants and white cut-off t-shirt that reveals my nail outfit. Okay, I pull a clip and a pair of sunglasses out of my backpack. I wrap my hair back into a bun and clip it. My sunglasses cover my eyes. I pull out a pocket mirror to look at my tear-stained face. My face, tear-stained, just like I thought, but the sleeve of flannel fixes that. Then I apply some lipstick and a cigarette light a cigarette, throw my backpack on my back, and turn the corner. As I reach the 7-Eleven, I am beckoned by someone in a white Chevrolet pickup truck. A man I hardly recognize gets out and waves. Michelle, he says. Jake, I say. He smiles, and I walk a few steps over to the car. Hi, Michelle. It's me. It's me. You have changed, he said. Have I said. One eyebrow cocking and smiling silently. He had changed as well. His hair wasn't nearly as dark. The sun might have bleached it, because now it was brown, like the color of mine. You have changed as well, perhaps in more ways than physical. Perhaps you have too. I have noticed some ways that you have changed, he said, looking me over. Oh, really? How was that? I said flirtatiously. I see you're smoking now, he pointed out. Do you have any cigarettes? Why, yes, I do. Would you like one? I got one out and handed to him. Let's jam. Okay, he said. We got in the truck, and he started the engine. Where are we off to? I raised my finger and pointed to the south of town. Let's go that way. This is crazy, you know that, he said, laughing. I know, but I live for the moment. It could be the last, I explained. Can I turn on the radio? Be my guest. I switched it on and began fiddling with with it until I came to a song halfway over. The DJ came on and announced the next song. So what has your life been like lately? Asked. Hectic, he said. Well, that sucks, I said. Well, this is going to be this is a journey. It's going to be anything but hectic. I'm sure it won't be. It'll be crazy, but not hectic. He said, skip the highways. Let's take the back roads. I said, okay, he said. We drove along now. I looked up at the roof and noticed the sunroof. May I said, and pointed up to the sunroof. I'm not sure what you're going to do, but go for it, he said. I put my cigarette out in the ashtray. I pushed back the sunroof cover and stuck my head out of it. People passed by in their cars and I waved. Songs came on the radio and Jake and I sang along. I took out my bubbles and blew bubbles along the way. Finally, I pulled myself down and looked at him. Let me drive. Let's switch places, I said. Right here? He was shocked. I'd feel better if we just shared a seat. Okay, I pushed myself up and sat on his lap. I pushed hard down on the gas and away we went down on the road. And that's where it ended. And that's where we're going to stop for today. So what do you think happens after Michelle and Jake took off? Where do you think their journey went? I don't know. I don't know where I was going with the story, but I did find it quite interesting. And it's interesting because I've read other stories that I wrote in high school, and I came back 2 years later, and I realized how much I like them, and maybe I could bring life back into them. So let me know what you think in the comment section below. And if you want to hear more of this, give it a thumbs up, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.
Patches of living stitched with the common thread. My life's like a quilt that's been sewn together. I can't get away from love. If I went to the edge of the earth, you'd follow me. I can't get away from love. If I go up to the heavens, you're there. If I make my bed in the depths, you're there. I can't get away from love. Baby, I was going barefoot in the summertime. Baby, I was falling asleep to the sound of rain. Baby, I was listening to the quiet of early evening. Baby, I was sipping coffee with a couple of friends. Baby, I was eating ribs at the rendezvous in Memphis. Baby, I was on my knees whispering promises. I can't get away from love. If I went to the edge of the earth, you'd follow me. I can't get away from love. If I go up to the heavens, you're there. If I make my bed in the depths, you're there. I can't get away from